Right, so let's look at this question. Write a function called quadratic that it solves quadratic equations and prints their roots. Now, before approaching this question, I would like to do a quick recap on what quadratic functions are. So, if you recall, if you have a question like this, x plus 2 into x plus 3, we can kind of expand these terms by simply multiplying them with each other, um, like this. So for an example, x into x is a squared, and then x into 3 is 3x, and then 2 into x is 2x, and then 2 into 3 is 6. And then finally you get this expression 3x squared plus 5x plus 6. Now this is the quadratic equation. Now these are what you call the roots of the equation. So in this case the roots are x equals minus 2 and x equals minus 3. So what I mean by that is um, this entire thing goes to 0 whenever, like when you replace x with minus 2 or minus 3. So these are all the roots of the quadratic equation. Now our exercise is basically about creating a function in Python that will get the the quadratic equation and then give you the roots. Now to get this done, the easiest way in my opinion is to use um, the standard equation that will give you the roots. Now if I take this equation here again, so x squared plus 5x plus 6, we can see that this has the form of ax squared plus bx plus c. Now what I mean by that is simply a is equal to 1, b is equal to 5, and c is equal to 6. Now if you know a, b, and c, that's a standard equation that will give you the roots of the quadratic equation. Now the equation goes like this. um, Roots equals minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. Now the root 1 will basically be minus b plus b squared minus 4ac square root of that, and then 2a, while root 2 will be minus b negative b squared minus 4ac. Now that is why we mentioned plus or minus here. So that means this answer has a potential to be both the roots. Now it's just a matter of some simple summation. So I think this is the best way to approach this problem. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to implement this equation as the contents of our function, and this will be our parameters to the function. So I'm going to go in here and then just start implementing the solution. So I'm going to create define, that's the keyword to define a function in Python, and then the function name, which is quadratic, and then we take a, b, and c. So these are the inputs to the function. And then here what I'm going to do is I'm going to say root 1 equals minus b multiplied by, now I need to get the square root of 4 b squared minus 4ac. For that I'm going to use the math library, so import math, and then I'm going to do math square root, and then inside I'm going to write the expression um, b squared minus 4ac. Now I will divide the whole thing by slash 2 into a. This is my root 1, and then to get the root 2, all I'm going to do is root 2 equals paste this, and then here it's going to be, oh, I made a mistake here, it should be minus and plus. Okay, so squared, so this is square root part, b squared minus 4ac, square root of that. You add it to minus b and then divide the whole thing by 2a, and for the other root it's simply adding it to minus b and then dividing it by 2a, and then we can simply say return root 1 root 2. Now let's take this out for a spin. I will pick the example that I took earlier, x plus 2, x plus 3. So a is 1, b is 3, and c is 2. um, Sorry, a is 1, b is 5, and c is 6. So 1 5 6. So let's see. So I give this say r1 r2, that's the root 1 and root 2 returned by the function quadratic 1 5 6. So if I print r1 and r2 and then I'm going to run this, and I get minus 3 and minus 2, which is equal to my roots. So nice. That's how you implement a quadratic equation solver in Python.